The struggle to make this video, y'all. Like, first my memory card was full and now my battery died, and so the lighting's a little weird or different. That's why, because I had to wait and charge my battery, and now we're here and the sun has moved. So, sorry. Anyways, Hey explorers, it's Ashley, and today's adventure is going to be the first video of a series that I am going to create. It's basically going to be kind of in-depth videos about certain things about the DCP. So I have been going around and gathering questions and just looking at all the different Facebook pages, seeing all the different questions, and they're very repetitive questions. And I just think back to my first program and all the questions I had and just those kind of things. Originally I was going to do one big video, and as I started editing, it was just very long and it was too long. And so I decided to split it up. So this first one's going to be about your first week of your program. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So your first week of your program is very low key, very chill. You don't have a lot to do, but enjoy it while you can. Spend time with your roommates while you can. Meet up with some of the people you've been chatting with, talking to on Facebook, GroupMe, Snapchat, wherever you've been talking to people. Take that time to meet up with them, because your schedules will get crazy and you won't get to see each other as much as you maybe planned to. So I will check in on January 22nd. I am going to say this. Do not come to your apartment complex any earlier, no more than, I'm not kidding you guys, 5 minutes earlier than your check-in time. Security will not let you in. If you see, oh, I have to check in at 9:30, I'm gonna get there at 9 o'clock, you will be sitting outside for 30 minutes. So just take your time, go at your check-in time. You will be fine. Check-in takes all of about 5 minutes. I remember walking in and you get your housing ID picture taken. They make sure you are in Disney look from the shoulders up. AKA do not wear a tank top to check in. If you want to wear a tank top to move your stuff in, that's fine. Put a t-shirt on over your tank top for 5 minutes, take your picture, take it off, and move. But you cannot walk into that room with a tank top, basically. It'll print out right away and you will get your program guide and your apartment key, and then if you have a car and you need to purchase your parking pass. Something I want to show you guys is what a program guide looks like that you will get at check-in. Again, this is from 2017, so it might look a little different. I don't know what they look like now. I don't know, but this is what it looks like. It talks about a lot of different things in here. Literally everything you could possibly need is in here. But what I'm really gonna show you guys, I have to cover this up because you guys can't see that. But this is what you will get on your day of check-in. As you can see, it has my name, college program, and then it has my apartment. This is my partner number. That's why I have it covered, because you cannot see that because it will be the same. Your printer number is basically your employee ID. And yeah, so mine says Vista Way 1111. That was my apartment complex, and I was in a Vista Way 2-bedroom 4-person apartment. That's the program guide. It will be your best friend for the first couple weeks, and then you'll know all the information and you'll never look at it again. So good to have though. And then I got to my apartment and I literally just kind of threw my stuff down because I had to go to casting. So casting can either happen the same day as your check-in or the next day. It'll happen within your first 2 days. Do not freak out if you see your check-in time is at like 9:30 and your casting time is at like 9:50. That's how mine was, and I was really nervous about it. That time for casting is what time you have to meet the bus. It's a special chartered bus that takes new participants to casting for their HR check-in stuff. So take the bus. It's just easier. And you want to meet people, guys. You don't want to... Having a car is great, but you also don't want to isolate yourself so quickly by not doing something as simple as that. Like, you could have sat next to your new best friend. I mean, you never know. Take advantage of little things like that, especially at the beginning. Like, just take advantage of it. So don't freak out if it's like 15-20 minutes in between. You are literally in check-in for less than 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes. You will be in and out. You can drop your stuff off, claim a bed, and go to casting in your apartment. And that's it. And all of your roommates will be coming in at different times. They purposely do not have all your roommates coming in at one time. There's no particular order as far as like alphabetical or anything like that, but you will come in at different times. Okay, so casting is basically HR. Make sure that you have your 2 forms of identification for your I-9 forms, which is like your tax papers and stuff. So like your birth certificate, social security card, passport, driver's license. Make sure if you don't have them already, make sure you get them, because I know it can take a little time. So make sure you guys have those sooner than later. You also get fingerprinted. Something else that happens at casting that is super important is the Disney look check. So you will get checked for Disney look at casting. They will look at your hair color, they will look at your, if you wear glasses, they will look at your glasses, and they will ask about tattoos again. I will have to show them my tattoo, and there's my tattoo, and they will go over the Disney look with me and say, okay, well, you have to wear long sleeves or makeup, because I am attraction, so I am allowed to cover it with makeup, luckily. There are some roles where you cannot cover it with makeup. There are some roles where you can't wear long sleeves. So there is some times, some cases where you will get recasted at casting. What I would suggest, if you get called out about your hair color during casting, I wouldn't rush to go buy some hair dye unless it's really obvious, unless you know, like, I was already planning on dyeing my hair, I just need to do it, do it. But if you really thought that you would be okay and you're super disappointed, I would hold off. Wait until you meet your leaders. I have heard people who get told that their natural hair color isn't natural and to dye it at casting. So just, it's one person's opinion, basically, so maybe wait until you're around the people who are gonna be your managers, you know. So just a little tip, I guess, for that. And casting can take a long time. Depending on what time your casting appointment is, will depend on how long you're there, because they get behind. I remember I was there for a while, and I was still pretty early in the day. I was before noon. I was in the morning. After casting, your day is free. You're gonna spend your time moving all your stuff in. You're gonna go to Walmart. Like, it's inevitable. Everybody will be at Walmart or Target or both that first night. You will see. And they will get cleaned out. So just keep that in mind too. Be prepared that you may have to go to multiple different places to get what you're looking for, because they will be cleaned out. A lot of people ask, well, when should my parents go home, blah, blah, blah. My parents did travel with me my first program. They flew out the morning after check-in, but I said goodbye to them the night of my check-in because their flight was early in the morning, like 9 a.m. or something. I think that's good, you guys. Some people will tell you, oh, have them fly out the night of, like the night of your check-in, but you really don't know what time your check-in time is going to be, your casting time. You're really not going to know any of that information until 5 days before your arrival. So what's going to happen if you have a check-in time maybe a little bit later in the day? Say your check-in time is maybe closer to noon and they have a 6 o'clock flight. They're not really going to have time to help you move in because they have to get to the airport. It's up to you guys, but my opinion is have them fly out the next morning. No, you don't have to stay with them in the hotel that night. I recommend that you stay with your roommates. That is a core, very important time to bond with your roommates. Go to dinner with your parents. Do all of that. You're leaving them for 4, 6, 8 months, maybe even a year, depending on how long you plan to stay. Don't worry about if you don't really see your roommates your first day, because you might not, and that's okay. Like, the first week you guys are going to spend a lot of time together because you have nothing else to do. So don't worry about it too much. Another thing that will happen for everybody is the housing meeting, and that will happen around your third or fourth day, maybe your second day. That will be at the Commons Clubhouse, and so you will have to walk or take a bus or drive over to the Commons. Something very important, you do have access to all of the housing complexes with your housing ID. The housing meeting is held in the Commons. It's about an hour long, if I remember. It is required. You do have to attend. They scan your housing ID. You have to attend. You will not be able to go to traditions if you do not attend your housing meeting. They just go over the safety and things like that, rules, all that kind of stuff. Very quick, simple, not a big deal. And then for anybody in what's considered a safety critical role, you will also be drug tested. Now, I don't know too much about the drug testing because I was not in a safety critical role my last program. I will be drug tested this time as I am in attractions. I'm not sure what's all considered safety critical, but I know for sure that attractions will be drug tested. If you're a lifeguard, you will be drug tested, and I believe if you are watercraft, you will also be drug tested. Now there might be a couple other ones. I really don't know at the top of my head. I would think like recreation activities or attractions, you would probably be drug tested. Maybe even children's activities, you would probably be drug tested. If you have done one of those roles and have or have not been drug tested, drop it down below, let me know. I have watched a video about drug testing, the drug testing process, so I will link that video down below so you guys can watch it. It is a urine sample, and that's all I really know about it, but I will find out soon enough. Keep in mind though that anybody can be pulled for drug testing at any time. And then the moment that everyone waits for is tradition. So it is your first day of work. It is your first day of training. It is the very basic opening training that every single cast member who works for Disney goes through. I don't want to give too much away because going to traditions for the first time is kind of special, and if you really want to know, you can look up on YouTube. There are plenty of vlogs out there with what traditions is. But I don't want to give it away too much. What I will say is wear comfortable shoes. You will walk a lot. You do have to be in business casual, as they say. Try to wear comfy shoes. Ladies, don't wear heels. Don't do it. Wear flats, wedges, boots. Don't wear heels. Don't torture yourself. It's not worth it, I promise. And then at the end of traditions, you will finally have access to the parks. You will receive your blue ID, which is your company ID, your cast ID. And that will give you access to the parks temporarily. And I will go way more into detail about this in another video. So we get a self-admission pass, and that will be mailed to your complex's front desk or clubhouse. I don't know, maybe like a week or two after your traditions, you will receive that. But until then, guest services is able to get you into the park with your blue ID. That basically sums up your first week. I know it's a lot of information, but to summarize it for you, day 1, check-in and maybe casting. Day 2, maybe casting, maybe a housing meeting. Day 3, possibly a housing meeting. Casting should be done by then. Housing meeting and drug test if needed somewhere in there. And then by day 5, 6, you will have traditions. And then you are officially a cast member and your program is officially in motion and you are starting. So that's about it. Thank you so much for watching today. I really hope this video was helpful for you guys. If you have any more questions, if you have any suggestions for a video topic like this, where it's just on a specific topic, comment down below, let me know. I am more than happy to either make a video, or if I don't feel like there's a lot I can put into a video, I'm more than happy to answer your question for you. I know it can be really overwhelming, but it's really not, you guys. It's so much fun, and you're gonna love this program, and you're gonna have the best experience. My one piece of advice for everybody and anybody is this program is what you make it. It's about the attitude that you have going into it, going into work every day. Just have a positive attitude, because as long as you have that, you're gonna have an amazing time. So give everything a shot, give every person that you meet a shot, and you're golden. All right, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.